Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. A WWE veteran doesn't agree with John Cena's comments about Roman Reigns. The Cenation leader has stated in multiple interviews in the past that the tribal chief is the greatest of all time in pro wrestling. When it comes to pro wrestling GOATs, several names are strong contenders for the accolade. Steve Austin, The Rock, Hulk Hogan, and John Cena are the names fans always bring up when discussing GOATs of wrestling. John Cena believes that Roman Reigns is the greatest wrestler of all time in the pro wrestling business. However, former WWE superstar Ken Shamrock disagrees with this statement. Here's what he had to say in response during his chat with Vlad TV. "I think it's unfair. How do you measure that? I just think there's so many great wrestlers. I would put Rock up there, no question, yeah, absolutely no question," Shamrock continued. "I would put John Cena up there. I would put Shawn Michaels up there. There's so many guys that you could put up there and make a great argument." 58:05-58:28. What are Roman Reigns' accomplishments? Many modern fans agree with Cena when he calls Reigns the greatest superstar ever. Reigns has beaten Cena in two major bouts. He is a four-time WWE champion and two-time Universal champion. In addition to these accolades, Reigns has won the Intercontinental Championship and the United States Championship as well. Reigns is also the 2015 Royal Rumble winner and a former tag team champion. He is bound to headline the WWE Hall of Fame somewhere down the line, not only as a single star but also as the leader of the Bloodline and member of the Shield. In the world of WWE, where rivalries are built on passion, skill, and charisma, few names carry as much weight as Roman Reigns and John Cena. Both have climbed to the pinnacle of sports entertainment, but a recent comment from John Cena stirred the wrestling community into debate. During a podcast interview, Cena called Roman Reigns the greatest wrestler of all time, a bold statement that left fans, wrestlers, and analysts buzzing. However, one WWE legend didn't take kindly to the accolade being handed to Reigns, calling Cena's comment unfair. The comment heard around the world. John Cena, one of WWE's biggest stars, has always been known for his respectful attitude towards fellow wrestlers, especially those who came after him. But when asked about Roman Reigns' current run as the WWE Universal Champion, Cena didn't hold back. "I think Roman is the greatest wrestler of all time," Cena stated on the podcast. "He's done something that nobody else has ever been able to do. He's dominated for years, and he's done it with consistency. In my book, that makes him the greatest." Cena's words were clearly meant to be complimentary. Roman Reigns has indeed been on a legendary run since reinventing himself as the Tribal Chief in 2020. His heel turn and the subsequent formation of the Bloodline faction turned Reigns into a dominant force, putting on match after match of five-star quality and storytelling. But despite Cena's intentions, not everyone in the WWE universe agreed with the statement. The WWE legend's rebuttal. One WWE legend, who requested to remain anonymous for the sake of not stoking flames too aggressively, quickly responded during an interview, stating that Cena's claim was unfair to the many other greats who have come before Reigns. "I respect John Cena. He's one of the all-time greats, no question about it," the legend began. "But calling Roman Reigns the greatest wrestler of all time? That's a bit much, don't you think? It's unfair to the legacies of guys like Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and The Undertaker." The legend pointed out that while Roman Reigns' current run is incredible, longevity and versatility should be considered before anyone can be dubbed the greatest. Reigns has been at the top for a few years as this dominant character. Don't get me wrong, Roman is great, and I love what he's doing. But there are guys who carried this business on their back for decades. The best of all time? That's an accolade you don't give out lightly. The fans' perspective. Fans took to social media almost immediately after Cena's comments, and the reactions were mixed. Roman Reigns has legions of fans who see him as the face of modern WWE, but there are also those who believe other names are more deserving of the GOAT title. One fan tweeted, "Roman has been killing it since he turned heel, no doubt. But greatest of all time? You can't just erase what guys like Shawn Michaels or The Rock did. Cena's wrong on this one." Another fan countered, "Look, Roman isn't just a great in-ring talent. He's a storyteller, a leader, and the best thing going in wrestling right now. People just hate him because he's on top." The debate only intensified as more voices joined the conversation, with some fans acknowledging Roman's unparalleled reign while others echoed the legend's sentiment about the history of WWE being filled with too many greats to hand the title to Reigns so quickly. Roman Reigns responds. Roman Reigns, who was never one to shy away from addressing controversy, was quick to respond to Cena's praise during an appearance on SmackDown. Standing in the center of the ring, the Universal Champion smirked as the crowd both cheered and booed in response to the ongoing debate. "John Cena said I'm the greatest of all time," Roman began. "I didn't need John to tell me what I already know, but I appreciate it." Reigns took a moment to scan the crowd before continuing. "But let's be real here. People don't like hearing the truth. The truth is, I am the greatest because I've made this business better than anyone else in the last decade. The numbers speak for themselves, the merchandise sales, the main events, the people lining up to watch me beat everyone who stands in my way." With the crowd now heavily invested in the promo, Reigns addressed the WWE legend who had criticized Cena's statement. "To the old-timers in the back who want to keep their spot in history, I say this: the future doesn't care about your past. What I'm doing now, nobody's ever done. So you can call it unfair, you can call it whatever you want. I call it destiny." The crowd erupted into a mix of applause and boos as Roman Reigns, true to his character, didn't waver in his belief that his reign at the top of WWE is just beginning. Cena's follow-up. John Cena, meanwhile, was asked to clarify his comments during a follow-up interview. Did he really think Roman was the greatest of all time, over legends like Austin, The Rock, or even himself? "I stand by what I said," Cena responded. "Look, there are a lot of greats in this business, and I respect each and every one of them. But when you look at what Roman's done, how he's carried WWE, how he's elevated the entire roster, there's no one else doing it on his level right now. That's what I meant. I'm not trying to take anything away from the past, but we have to recognize greatness when it's happening in front of us." The debate continues. The conversation surrounding Cena's comment has continued to spark passionate debates in the wrestling community. Is Roman Reigns truly the greatest wrestler of all time? Or are there too many legends who paved the way for him to hold that title just yet? As with all subjective rankings,